All right, we broke down. We put an alternator in. We met up with some friends in Florida, didn't inflate the tires all the way. We had a water leak, and the best part about this whole thing is we finally made it to Daytona for this year. This is gonna be a pretty fun weekend. Well, this is kind of sad. I mean, it's exciting to be heading out onto a trip, but it's sad to be leaving the Adirondacks again. I just feel like everything's it just looks so empty. There's no buses in the driveway, the garage is closed, the truck's just sitting there. Yeah, we're just about to head out onto the road. Honestly, who knows? By the time we get back in like a week and a half or so, the snow might be melted. Fingers crossed on that one. We officially stopped in New Jersey at my parents' house. This is where I grew up. This is the house that I grew up in. But we got Navi back here because I got to pick up my dad. And we're also going to change the oil. We're going to put new fuel filters in. We're going to change a couple different parts, some caps and things. When my dad was up last week, if you guys watched the previous video, we did the hood and a bunch of maintenance stuff, but we also made a list of parts that we needed to get. So my dad got them this week, and now we're going to put them in real quick before we head south. But while we're here, might as well get an update on Christina's van and see what she's up to. What have you guys been working on?
Yeah, a little bit, not much.
Well, not much. It looks like a good bit. Look at that, you got a bed and everything.
I stole this from your Navi.
I was gonna say, that looks like Navi's cushion. We better make sure that gets back in my bus before we leave for Florida. Look at that shower. Look at these cabinets. Oh, and there's your bed. Yeah, good job, Christina, though.
Thanks.
You did that all by yourself?
No, I had Dad's help.
Oh, Dad helped?
Her design, I just helped.
No, good job, Dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dad's always helping.
Yep.
So it's gonna like pull.
It's gonna pull
on
out.
that side, and this side's gonna fold up.
Oh, that'd be nice.
The garage door back here, that's gonna cover it, you know, the garage, is gonna fold up, and then she's gonna have two legs that come down.
Into the middle right here.
So then you'll have a seating area if
it's like a couch bed.
Kinda, you can kinda sit outside.
It goes outside like here.
Yeah, it's like when the doors go all the way open, you now have some outside living.
I mean, it will be like, with both sides open, it'll be like a king size bed.
It's time to change the oil, change the fuel filters, and get this bus running.
I just need a bar, I need something.
I don't have a breaker bar.
Where's the filter? I guess it just...
We prepped, we planned, we did everything to get this bus down to New Jersey and pick up my dad and head to Florida, and no one checked the weather. It's snowing from New Jersey all the way down to North Carolina, right down I-95. We're not leaving today. Looks like the trip just got delayed a day. Today, we decided we're gonna just fill the diesel tank, fill the propane tank, do the stuff that we were gonna do heading down the highway, but now, I mean, there's just no point to kind of push the snow. It's gonna be snowing all day, apparently. I thought we left the Adirondacks to actually get out of this, but whatever. We just get to hang out with Christina for one more day and... We're heading south towards Florida, but the problem we're having is we're noticing that the alternator is not exactly charging the batteries. We just put brand new batteries in the bus, we checked all the wiring, and it's running about 11.2, 10.9. Clearly the alternator is not charging the batteries. We just bought one. We got an alternator right there. So what we're doing is we're driving to my dad's friend's shop down towards central Jersey, who can replace the alternator for us. And we're gonna get it changed really quick before we go down south. So we've got 2 days to get down to Daytona. We've got enough time. It should all work out. But the hope is right now that we make it there with our battery dying while the bus is running. And we gotta make it about 20 miles. Hopefully it lasts that long and we should be good to go. Well, we made it to the mechanic shop. The mechanic showed up to change the alternator out for us, but the bus died in their driveway. The shop's, you can't see it because of the glare, I can see that on camera, but the shop is literally 50 feet away, not even, and the bus died right in the parking lot. So I'm glad we came here to get the alternator switched. I'm glad we picked up the alternator, but man, we were asking for some trouble trying to head south with this thing dying. So yeah, the voltage just kept going lower and lower. 11.8, 11, 10. It went all the way down to, I think, 8.9 was the lowest I saw on the actual meter, which is super low. But the good news is we're at a mechanic shop. We've got the alternator. This was kind of somewhat a part of the plan, so we're not exactly behind schedule or anything. But yeah, now we got some work to do, so this will be some fun. We've got one day down on the road. We just stopped to do our first fuel stop actually in South Carolina. This bus has a 100-gallon tank on it. It's 10 miles per gallon on average, so we get about a 1,000-mile range. So we made it all the way from New York, upstate New York, all the way down to South Carolina on one tank of gas, and we're just filling it right now. It's definitely gonna be a painful fill up because, you know, 100 gallons means 100 times whatever the gas price is. I think it's $3.66 right now, so that's $366 to fill it. But that's gonna more than get us all the way to Florida and then pretty much halfway home. So it's kind of nice that we have to fill up less. It's just more painful when you actually do it. And for the most part, my dad's been driving a good bit of this trip. It's kind of funny. As much as I'd like to drive, he is ecstatic to just be driving the bus and heading to Florida again. He missed last year the Daytona 500 because he didn't want to go down due to the pandemic. And then the year before that was right before it all started. So that was kind of the last big event we all kind of went to. So this is going to be a really fun family get together. You know, my brother's going to be coming down. Some of his friends are coming down. We're going to be seeing Will from the #1 bus. He's going to stop by Saturday and Sunday at the race. So it's just going to be a good old time to just see a lot of people we haven't seen in a while and just get back together. So I'm pretty sure this pump is still filling, and we've been sitting here for like 10 minutes. But, you know, when you're trying to put 100 gallons in with just a rinky-dink, you know, normal pump, not one of those big fast-fill truck ones, it definitely takes a while. I know we told you we were going to Daytona, and we are in Florida, and we are going to Daytona, but first, we decided to stop and visit some friends. You're gonna just have to go all the way to the back.
There he is.
Will. Look, there he is. Look, Badge, he's got his overalls on.
You got a haircut yet?
So now that we're here, Will gave us the power washer. We can finally start cleaning up Navi from the winter because we got all the salt and all the mold and all that stuff that's on there. So we're gonna clean that up. But we also get to help Will out on his project. Will, am I allowed to show this on camera? Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm allowed to show this on camera. Will secretly bought a really old Humvee. It's an ambulance Humvee. It was actually used, but he's been converting this one over and he's been working on it for a while. So we're gonna be helping him out a little bit today, tomorrow, just before we head down to Daytona, get working on the bus. Why not just hang out with this guy? Hey. This afternoon we're going to be heading over to Daytona, but this morning we're going to be doing some of the prep work on Navi. Since we're actually in warmer weather, we want to get some things done on it, get some things worked on, and then we're also going to be helping Will just a little bit on his Humvee over there. He's going to be putting some tires on. We put the run flats on last night, so that's all we're kind of ready to go. But here's the fun dilemma of the morning. We thought we were just doing air in the tires and like paint and just some, you know, basic fun stuff just to make our, you know, make ourselves feel good and make Navi just feel good after 2 years of sitting in the snow and everything. But we got a big leak. What happened, or what we think happened, is I tested the water system when we were back in New York when I had the bus all warm, but this garage area right here is not heated, and one of our water heaters are back here that I forgot about. I think what happened was it froze, it cracked, but while we were in the Adirondacks, it was frozen, so it was still like plugging the line, which kept pressure. So when I was testing the front of the bus, it showed that everything was fine. When we came to Florida, the heater back here defrosted, which then showed the leak, and I just turned the water pump on, and within like 2 minutes we were just dumping gallons of water through the floor of Navi. So yeah, we got some work to do now.
Aha! Problem solved!
What?
Problem solved!
Problem solved.
Take a look.
Oh no, we never got hooked up. Oh, it's even worse. That's even more embarrassing. Wait, really?
Take a look.
All right, update 5 minutes later, not even. My dad just unloaded all the stuff out of the back of Navi. I got some tools that we were gonna use to sand and do some prep work on the side of the bus. And my dad found the issue. This is embarrassing, but I'm gonna show you. Well, that's why it was leaking. You're supposed to hook things up first.
I'm glad I can laugh about this, but
well, that means you're living the bus life if you can laugh about this.
Well,
remember, everyone, connect to your water systems before you want to use them. All right, let's test it.
It's not
It's this one. All right, go check the sink, quick. I always get asked what type of paint we use. Navi and Ivan are both, and then like, I think it's from Sherwin-Williams. I haven't painted this bus in quite a few years, but it's a Sherwin-Williams product. It's an epoxy-based paint. It is probably not the best paint to use, but I really liked it because of the flat look to it, and it also was, I don't know much about paints, but they were telling me that it's a hard paint, but because it has an epoxy base, it has flexibility, so it's like apparently made for these types of metal bodies. The problem that I found is it's not great for cold temperatures, and the Adirondacks get very, very cold. And what happens in the winter is I found that this paint specifically, it like cracks in the cold, and then you end up with these like bubble spots. So what I just did is I went around the entire bus, I sanded up all these spots, we're gonna wipe them down, and then we're just gonna paint it again with the exact same paint with a brush, just to kind of clean up the bus and make it look better. What I'd probably end up doing at this point is what I did to Gina's bus this summer, which is just spray it. If you guys want to check out that video, I will link it up top. But essentially, we went to Harbor Freight, we bought a $15 sprayer, we bought some Rust-Oleum paint and some good primer for her bus. There you go. It was like, I think, $150 or $200, and I'm pretty sure that that paint is going to last a lot longer than this one specifically, just because after 5 years I'm seeing, you know, just some things that I'm not like super thrilled about, but it did last 5 years. Pretty happy with that.
5 years and 49 states and
yeah, a lot, like
many provinces of Canada.
And 100,000 miles on this thing, yeah. Winter, summer, cold. Yeah. So it definitely lasted, but like I said, my suggestion at this point would be to spray it like we did Gina's bus. We're gonna get this thing painted so it's just kind of cleaned up and...
Hey Mike.
Yeah, what do we, oh no, what'd you find?
You got any suntan lotion?
No, we're just gonna burn down here. Yeah, last night, me and my dad, we both couldn't sleep because it was so humid down here in Florida, and we were like waking up sweating, and we were like, I'm so confused, is it too hot in the bus? Like, what's going on? And we wake up and we both had the same reaction, and then Will, who's over there working on his Humvee, he like walks in for coffee and is just laughing at us. We literally were just like, we looked like we were just sweating all night. It's like we had a fever or something.
Sorry guys back in Jersey.
Yeah, right? I mean, I actually kind of miss our -20.
Just call me Picasso. Or wasn't he the one that painted on his back? Or was that Michelangelo?
Michelangelo, he did the ceiling, I think.
Yeah.
Someone can check us in the comments. One thing I wanted to say about this paint too is the reason why we did this paint originally was because I knew that I was gonna beat the crud out of this bus and just like take it down roads that were gonna brush against trees and stuff. So if you get like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but if you get really close at the right angle, you'll see that we actually brushed this entire bus. None of this was sprayed, it was all hand done with a brush. And the reason I did that was for the exact reason of what we're doing right now, which is the bus has been beat up. The bus has gone through quite a few years. And at this point, my dad can take a brush, a paint, you know, can, and just match the paint in. And once this dries, you'll never know where we patched it because the brush strokes match. So that was the concept of why we did this a long time ago. Like I said, I do still think I would spray it at this point because I think the spray just, if you do it right and you just spray it and it just clean and glossed, it's way easier to clean, it's way easier to maintain, and you know, you won't be doing what I'm doing and painting it, but I like the way Navi looks. If you guys don't know, this is Will from the #1 bus. I'll put a link down below. But Will, what do you, I mean, I'm just gonna give you an opportunity. I know you didn't post this on your channel yet. I know this is a future project, but like, what the heck, what are you doing, man? You live in a school bus. What is this?
I mean, you know how it is. Same thing with you. You can't stop doing projects.
I know.
It gets tired of not having a project, so you get yourself into a deep hole of a really big project. And so here we are. Yeah. So the plan of this is to, you know, make it into this like ultimate off-grid vehicle. Right now we're doing a lot of the, you know, the basic stuff, getting the engine ready and the transmission ready and swapping the tires and all that stuff. But eventually it'll be built out all sick and you can just go stay, you know, somewhere cool. So it's a long-term plan, but you know how it is. We like to jump into these crazy projects.
What we're gonna do before we head out to Daytona is we're gonna help Will finish up these tires. Last night, we helped him put together these tires here with run flats, so we had to put the inner tubes in. We had to put both the sides of the rim on. There's like literally like 30 bolts. How many are per thing?
24.
24 per rim. So it definitely took us like a long time to do it, but we're gonna help put the wheels on, and then we're gonna head over to Daytona, and Will's gonna keep going on this guy right here, but this thing's sick.
You can envision it a little bit, but a little bump up the roof a little bit, you know, have a living space. There'll even be like a little tile bathroom area, kitchen, all that. So stay posted. Right now, it's just an ambulance still.
It's okay. Because you're working on the engine and stuff, you might need an ambulance. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yo, we should take this thing to like Asia and Africa and South America and...
Dude, that'd be sick. Yeah. I mean, you'll be able to do anything in this thing. Just run over whatever you want to. Go wherever you want to. If you want to camp in the middle of a lake for the night, go for it.
Here, I'll help. Oh. I was like, wait a second.
Wow, these things needed...
So, once upon a time, Mike was starting the bus and laid underneath of it, and I dropped my phone.
Well, you gotta keep your flip phone.
I dropped my phone and the bus ran it over. So, I'm actually really impressed that this is all that happened to it,
We should run it over with the new Humvee tires.
Yeah, we'll run it over with the Humvee now. Yeah, we'll just see how durable these phones really are. So, yeah, note to self, don't leave your water unhooked when you want to use it in the spring, and don't run your phone over. 2 things you don't want to do. Well, we're gonna head over to Daytona, but Will's actually coming to the race with us, so he's gonna show up on Saturday. Today's Wednesday, so we're gonna be heading over to check in. My brother's coming down, some of his friends are coming down, so we're gonna have a lot of people on the bus.
We're gonna do some wheelbarrow racing.
Yeah, we're gonna have some. We're definitely gonna have some fun. But yeah, so Will's just been hanging out here. He's working on the Humvee. We're gonna be seeing a bit of him, and hopefully,
I am not getting in a wheelbarrow this year.
He's definitely getting a wheelbarrow.
No.
Well, someone's gotta push it still,
Yeah, we're
too.
gonna try to find the clip of my dad falling on the wheelbarrow a few years ago. But yeah, we might be coming back to see Will after next week. We're gonna be heading to Daytona.
No, you are, because we're gonna do a transmission
Oh yeah, that's true.
swap.
Yeah, we're gonna. I kind of want to help him on the transmission swap on that thing. So we're gonna go to Daytona, then we're going to Schoolie Swarm, and then hopefully we're coming back here to Will,
For sure.
and we'll do that transmission swap. So that should be some fun. So, all right, well, Will, see you Saturday.
Yeah, see you soon.
Bye, guys.
See ya.